We are live again talking about I-tip extensions.
Yeah, girl. So we've talked about K-tips and sew-ins so far. I-tips are kind of like your K-tips. So with K-tips, they're put in with heat, but with I-tips, they're put in with a bead.
How are they like K-tips and I-tips? How are they similar?
So they're like individual pieces, if that makes sense. Let me find them in here. This is my little Debbie.
So a weft is going to be one long curtain that we cut to the size of your scalp, basically, and or I guess your radius. Either way,
Yes.
you cut it to the size of the person's head. Whereas I-tips and K-tips are all 1 gram of hair with one bond, and it's just the type of bond that makes the difference.
Yes, so like these are gonna be your K-tips. So you can see there that the bond, it's like a wax color, but it's gonna be the same color as the hair. So it's a little bit easier to hide them, but you also get a 360-degree movement. Versus your I-tips are gonna be these two back here. So you can see it's the same color of hair as the K-tips, but the bead is different. This is only to show you where the bead is. So when you get them installed, the bead will be the same color as your hair to try to hide it a little bit better. But you'll be able with these ones to move them up and down. And for the most part, 360 degrees. You just want to be careful with these because sometimes they can twist because of that bead. And since it's a little bit heavier too, it'll kind of push it a little bit more, if that makes sense, or like drag it down a little more. So you want to be a little extra careful.
At-home maintenance is huge.
Absolutely. I basically just told them that these are 360 degrees and that the wax is pretty much the same color.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Versus like these ones. And like I said before, these are just to show you what it's installed with.
Normally it's matching.
Gonna be brown. Yeah, it's gonna be brown on a brunette. But yeah. So
these are great for people that want to wear their hair up, half down. They like braiding it. They're a little more active in the day.
Yes, if you go to saunas all the time, those are going to be a little bit easier for you versus like a weft because it's a little too heavy with a weft. It can definitely cause it to slip a little bit easier, but with I-tips, there's not as much weight.
Still.
Something popped up. Don't know what that was.
Okay, my mom's running your live, but not mine. Hi, Mom. Okay, so maintenance for I-tips. You want to come in every, would you say 4 to 6 weeks?
Yes, I never say to push
Hi,
it
Mom.
past the 6 weeks. Just because it can start, like we said, get a little bit heavy on the hair, especially since there's not as much hair as like a weft would have. So after 6 weeks, it starts to kind of like twist and turn on itself. So you want to kind of come in no longer than that.
Also matting above the bond. And so if I am slipping your bond or your bead out so that I can detangle, but I can't even push it past that point, that's how you know you need to take everything out and just start over and demat everything. So it's really important to come for the maintenance so that you're not always doing reinstallations because that can get kind of crazy.
Yeah, 100%. And that's where the I-tips are going to be your biggest difference from K-tips. K-tips are a maintenance in the salon of every 8 weeks. Just because you're coming in to get like a blowout to check it, and then your next 8 weeks is going to be your reinstall. With I-tips, you're coming in every 6 weeks max, but you're doing a mini maintenance. So we're opening that bead, combing out the buildup and any shedding that you might have, and then sliding it back up versus taking it all the way out, dematting, washing your hair, and putting it back in. So with I-tips, you can go 2 to 3 mini maintenances in between your full installs. So it's a little bit cheaper on that end. If you like the individual pieces of the K-tips, I-tips might be a better fit for you if you a little bit cheaper on the install wise, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, I think K-tips are great for people that are not coming into the salon. So if you're someone that likes coming into the salon, it's probably better to do I-tips anyway because then you can replace one with K-tips. Once it's out, it's done. An I-tip, if it falls out, you just put it back.
Exactly.
So that also helps with the cost, I think.
100%. And yeah, like to add on to that, like if you have K-tip, and you don't like the salon maintenance, that's the main reason people get K-tips, is because you can go so long in between appointments. But that tends to be where you have to be 100% on your at-home care. It can cause a lot of matting, especially with the K-tips because they're so small. The bead kind of helps the I-tips not mat quite as much, but it still will mat a lot. So you have to be careful, always doing your home maintenance, always using your silk bonnets, your silk pillowcases, your oils, correct shampoo and conditioner.
The oil's not too close to the bond.
Yes, your oils are, I always say chin down.
Yeah.
Don't go past your chin.
Yeah, I usually say shoulder, so chin's better because you get a little bit more.
Like it just soaks it up a little bit. But yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much I-tips. Typically, you're not getting a full head of I-tips. Most people don't. You can. We have a couple clients that do. Normally, it's like a cocktail method where it's like a weft and then a couple I-tips here and down here. It's a really good like filling the gaps kind of method. But it can be a full head application too.
Absolutely. And just depending on like your lifestyle, again, if you work out a lot, you're going to be a great candidate for that. Putting your hair up a lot. If you're someone who doesn't like to blow dry their hair, you like to air dry a little bit more, these will give you more of that natural wave that air drying gives you, because they're individual pieces, so that's a lot more helpful too for someone who's a little bit less maintenance.
I still, like, if you can blow dry, I
Please
still
blow
would.
dry it.
At least the roots, because, it's my mom.
If you can, use list control spray.
Yeah, that
And
helps
keep wringing
accelerate.
it out every 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, I only wring it out the one time.
Yeah, when I'm air drying, I'll just keep bringing it out.
Oh, that's smart.
With my extensions.
Yeah, Mom, that is you. You are an item, candidate. And I totally lost my train of thought. Oh my gosh, it sucks when that happens on live. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's important to at least dry the roots because you can get buildup on top of the bead, and because it's a bead, it starts to like rust, or not rust, but like
It's
mold.
a copper bead, so it starts to turn green.
Yeah, just
Real
buildup,
nasty.
not actual mold. Just like
I will say, you can get moldy extensions.
yeah.
If you do not, if you're sleeping on them wet all the time, you're not drying them. If it is cold back there after a day, it's probably moldy.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're really washing that. Like I like to section my hair in the shower, and then really get in there with the water. If you can and you have a handheld. If not, I also use my kitchen sink because that like pulls down, and then I can get in there if I need to.
Yeah, if you have a shower head that can detach.
Yeah, always a good idea for extensions.
Oh my god, yeah. The ones on the ceiling suck.
Right? They don't do anything.
Well, that and also like if you're not washing your hair, how do you wash your body if it's above you?
Oh yeah, I'm like way back.
Yeah. Well, we need to get some I-tips in my mom.
Yes, we do, Miss Alice. Come on in. Oh man. But yeah, do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it.
Sweet. So the next slide we are going to go over is going to be mesh integration, which we are both very excited for that one. It is a new method that we are learning.
We will be the first in Colorado to be certified.
We will, which is amazing, but it's great for people that have like, say you just got done with chemo and you're losing hair, or like you have a couple bald spots. Like it's going to be really great for that. So stay tuned if you have any questions. You feel free to DM us. If you have any questions about I-tips specifically, feel free to leave it down below. Other than that,
That's pretty much it.
that's about it.
Thanks for joining.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye. Ah, it's so hard.